Okay, I got him. Hey everybody, it's me Starvox, and I'm back for another episode of the SPT show. And you may notice that things look a little bit different. That's because I am using a third-person camera mod. And I think I've bound it to backspace, yes I have. And I actually managed to survive an encounter using it, which was very interesting and a whole lot of fun. Hey, this episode is actually different than I intended for it to be, because my installation of 3.5.8, completely crashed, and I just couldn't get it to run smoothly anymore by the time 3.6 came out. And I was very excited to try it, and I saw that a bunch of mods had been updated already, so I figured I would come over and give it a try. And, so far, everything has been very interesting and, exciting. What did this guy have on him? Wow. Can you imagine carrying a drum magazine in the bottom of your hunting SKS? I shouldn't talk too much because my secondary weapon is actually the SKS, and I broke down a hunting variant to get it, so I'll just stop right there. But anyways, let's talk about a couple of differences that are pretty important. So, up front, I'm using Amand's graphics mod, which I can show the difference between in this way. I can hit insert and be like, blip. This is what vanilla Tarkov looks like. This is what it usually appears like in my videos, actually. And then if I hit insert again, it really clears up. All of that, like, film filter fog goes away. Everything becomes much clearer, and, if I'm not mistaken, light sources are also, a bit repaired. So, like, if they were faulty and not showing correctly on surfaces before, they were now by a new lighting scheme that I think has just been adjusted. It's like a reshade. Actually, application, I think. I'll have to look into that again, but that's pretty much what's happening there. And there are settings to change how it works and functions. There's the third-person mod settings. There's the graphics mod right there, Amand's graphics. It's at 1.5.2. And there's all kinds of settings. I have the motion blur turned off, but I can turn it on and give it a shot to see what it looks like. There's surround depth of field for when you're using, like, a weapon and aiming down sight. UI depth of field, which I have turned off, so I haven't tried that. I guess I'll see what all these look like real quick. But, yeah, there's a bunch of features that you can try and turn on and turn off to test your performance or to make the game a little clearer, especially in the dark. Oh, check it out. Wow. Tarkov with motion blur in that way. Huh. That's kind of cool and smooth. Ah, look at that weapon depth of field. So yeah, when I ADS now with this weapon anyway, the weapon itself becomes blurred. And I can zoom in and it still remains the same. The reticle does that sort of like stretching when it blurs back and forth, but that's okay. I actually really like Amand's graphics mod, especially now. I'm glad it was updated to 3.6 because I was having some trouble in 3.5.8, and it was really kind of frustrating me, just like this body. Stuck on the steps. It's much clearer in the dark now. Like, for example, here in Reserve, it's so much easier to see. And that's great. I won't have to do so much tuning in post for this video to make it clear for you to watch, and also for me to watch and to edit. And I can much more clearly see the enemies that I'm up against in these hallways. The same will be true if I go underground. We'll see if I make it that far. But, yeah, let's go ahead and run over to the next area and see if I can get into a little bit more action and excitement. Whoa. Okay, so the realism mod, since it is not in effect, it wasn't updated to 3.6, I don't have it running. Things like, all of the passive, hardcore features that were running in the realism mod are not present here in this version. So, none of the vignetting from, stress, no deafening from loud audio. I'm not wearing a headset right now, and of course the medical changes are not in effect, so I'm currently back to mostly vanilla medical things. Did that make a noise when I, like, bumped into it? I'm not quite sure. I should probably get inside. Wow, it's actually a lot smoother with motion blur than I thought it would be. That's impressive. But you can see that I'm, angling my rifle here, and that I was before also. I actually have a couple new ways to do that, including this one right here. And that is because of the combat overhaul mod that I'm using. And in the BepInX menu, it's actually listed as something different. And I'm gonna have to reference what the actual title is when I put the title and the author here on screen. But It's basically what I'm using in place of the realism mod for now to give myself some more mechanics and functionality just for my PMC. Okay, seems chill in here for the moment. Pull up the Bepinex menu, close the graphics menu, and go into Realistic Recoil 1.0, that's what the entry is. It has combat stances, and they actually work really well. There's a high ready, a left point fire, a right point fire, and there is a way to tune the camera recoil while you're firing. And also, it has the stress tunnel vision, so I guess actually I do have the stress vignetting in effect. I forgot about that. It's nice. What is happening out there? I really miss the stances when I don't have them. It really changes Tarkov for me in necessary ways, so I was very happy to see that this mod is working well. I do miss the realism mod's mechanics, and I'm looking forward to its being updated to 3.6, and I'm sure it won't be very long, but I wait eagerly. Ah, yes. The vanilla thermal goggles, unaided by the Ultimate Clear NVG's mod that has not been updated yet either. But that's okay. Where's all that happening? It's gotta be like right over there. Whoa. So let's see what the third-person camera mod looks like with motion blur on. That should be pretty intense, shouldn't it? Whoa. Got the high ready going, look at that kind of point of view. And then run out into the storm. Whoa, can you believe this is Tarkov? Haha! Whoa! When I run into like a bush, the camera swings straight down. Oh yeah, this is really cool. Very immersive. Not super functional. And the sensitivity of the camera, because of its being anchored to the helmet, is definitely going to make it hard to succeed in a gunfight like I did earlier. But there's just something about it that looks so cool. What's that ultra-realistic game that that the promo for threw the internet for a loop? It was Unrecord, right? Is that game ever coming out? I'd be interested to try something like that. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know where that guy's at, but it kind of sounds like he's shooting at me. Oh man, I love being able to cant my rifle in different directions so that when I lean, it's like I'm really truly appropriately leaning, and also I can just kind of just tilt my rifle. Just to, I guess it doesn't actually move on its axis very much, like to the left or to the right. It just rotates. Man, what's that? Who's nearby to cause me trouble? Yeah, this feels real gritty. I think I actually see a little bit less than I normally would because of this perspective, and it's probably muting my capabilities as a gunfighter a little bit, but it's just so cool. It feels very cinematic. I'm sure it's not a whole lot of fun to watch as you're not like a part of it, because that could easily make somebody motion sick, and I'll disable that for now. I just wanted to show that off because it's so cool. Whoa, there's a guy. I think he spotted me because I tried to like bring my rifle up and the doorway stopped it. Uh-oh. Don't know where he went. He's probably over there somewhere. Oh yeah, Amand's graphics mod really steps it up, doesn't it? This looks really good. I am a huge fan of like the dim filtered effect that normal Tarkov has. I love it. That's, you know, one of the things that got me hooked originally. But for functionality, I'm gonna run in from this storm, because man, it's much easier to see things with the clarity of the mod on and running properly than without it, for sure. Let's try to move around the side and back of this building. Even though it is very rainy. I also don't think that the time and weather changer mod has been updated to 3.6 because I wasn't able to find it. And I definitely don't have it running right now. Oh boy. There he goes. Wow. Oh, wow. Getting lots of activity now. He's like, what the hell's happening to me? Got him. Time to go inside. Okay, how am I doing? I'm actually getting kind of hungry and thirsty because my normal mod settings and parameters are not very much in effect. I have, however, very much reduced the weight, it seems, of everything, and I have a bunch of life, so that's good. I'm healthier than I thought I would be by now. My armor's a little bit damaged. I'm gonna have to eat and drink. Oh yeah, 110 energy because I'm a very strong boy in Tarkov. Don't forget to drink water. If you're playing SPT, don't forget to drink. It's very important to stay hydrated so that you can survive your raid and perform well against these scavs and PMCs, especially those ones that are updated with the SAIN mod. I am currently running the updated version of the SAIN mod. And in a moment, let me run up to this stairway real fast so that I can bust open the Bepinex menu and check the SAIN mod so that, yeah, I have these enabled. I haven't changed the dazzle intensity or turned on silly mode or anything like that. And if I open up the actual SAIN menu, this is what I currently have set for the vision and the shooting recoil and stuff of the bots. Mostly to test out whether I can prevent them from just, like, lasering me in the eyes and jaw. A lot of times the AI just won't even hit me in the armor. They'll shoot directly in my eyeball from 100 yards away as soon as they see me, and it's... wow. It can be something like that. You know what I mean? Get my laser. But, fortunately, I was able to avoid his line of fire for the most part. They are still benefiting from the expanded nav mesh. Of course, Big Brain and the Waypoints mod add-ons for SAIN were updated as well. So those should all be working well and in effect, and of course it has been pretty lively this entire raid. Oh my god, that was him! Ugh! Ouch! Oh, I lost my left arm. Okay. Wait a minute. Where's my, there we go. 6. Oh. That was not great. I was like, is that him crouched over there? And lo, it was. Alright, well, like I was saying about the enemy's ability to shoot, it's quite like that. Let me see, my left arm is broken. There's an untreated fracture. I don't think I have the equipment to treat a fracture right now, so that's kind of a problem for me. Is he still out there? If he is, I can't see him. I think he moved on. Oh, there he is. I'm all unsteady now because you shot me. Got him. So it looks like I was able to shoot him well enough to prevent him from actually hitting me that time. So I'm glad that all those mechanics are in effect, and of course the combat overhaul mod that I'm using that's marked as the recoil overhaul in the menu is indeed overhauling the recoil in the game. That's its primary mechanic. It's changing all the recoil models so that they're more realistic, just like the realism mod does. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same, but they seem to be functionally very, very similar. Ugh, look at me shake. Well, I need to look around for something that's useful. Maybe I can use my senses to find something interesting. I noticed that— whoa! I noticed that I am not alone in here.
Die, scab.
Alright. I'll try and clear forward carefully. I can't hold my weapon steady. Did he go back outside? He may have. Of course, without the very sensitive hearing help of those headsets, I can't hear footsteps as well, and man, that's really throwing me off. These guys are sneaking up on me. Alright, I cannot figure out where he is, so I'm gonna exit through the other side. Because this is not safe, and I am still injured. What was I talking about there? Oh yeah! I have special senses now. I noticed that there was an Amand's Senses app, which, if I pull open this right here, the Sense 1.0 has all these settings here to basically give you like a Witcher sense, or something similar in a lot of those video games, that produces sounds and icons for things that are around you in the environment. And, I guess it doesn't do it for this type of container, but it does for like duffel bags, and any loose items like ammunition or provisions and stuff like that. It'll produce a sound effect, which is the sound effect of the use of whatever item it finds, and then an icon over it relating to what it is. And the magnitude of all those features can be adjusted to be as obtrusive or as unobtrusive as you want. And it's pretty cool. I keep forgetting to make use of it because I'm constantly fighting, and I'm also losing energy. Because there's a lot of problems that I'm experiencing. This is just a surgical kit, and I don't think it'll help me right now. Does he have a splint, maybe? No. I suppose I could have taken his pain meds. Alright, go ahead. So, the Amand's Sense mod has a cooldown. Ah, I found something. Check that out. So the icon that it produces actually lights up the environment with whatever color it is. How cool is that? Let's see if I can hear that sound effect over the environment real quick. There it is. Okay. Go ahead and, use this, please. Because pain sucks. Do I even dare go down without finding some sort of splint to help myself? And also, will there even be any AI alive down there? Because oftentimes, I notice that when they spawn beneath reserve, they'll just fight each other to death, and I'll go down and find that they've all died somehow. It's like they trade-killed each other. Very skillfully. Or unskillfully, depending on how you look at it. Was that somebody moving over there, or was that just the tree with my very sharpened graphics because of the medication? Ah, so I wanted to take just a moment while I, move between areas here to talk about the second strike that my channel got the other day. Unfortunately, one of my other Tarkov videos was taken down by the same entity as before, and now my channel has 2 strikes on it. So, I've been making some preparations and doing some work behind the scenes, and I have started a Discord server for anyone that's interested. In that server, I do have a tutorial video to replace the one that was taken down from YouTube about how to install SPT in mods, so there's that. And also I'm just using it so that if anything should happen to this channel here, you'll have a way to find me afterwards. Ah, grenade. That was weird. It was like my cursor clicked and unclicked very quickly and then grabbed something else. There have been some small bugs so far. Nothing huge, really. yesterday when I was doing a bunch of my testing to see if this would even work at all, I was having some problems, just getting things to run properly, but that was to be expected, new version and everything. My chief lamentation at the moment is that the bulk of my favorite mods haven't been updated yet, but I really don't think it'll take very long for them to reach the 3.6, and I'm excited to try them when they get here. Oh, speaking of things arriving, sounds like the train is arriving. Oh man, am I gonna be able to like train extract and reserve in one of my videos at last? Neat. Okay, so where should I go for a bulk of supplies? I suppose I should have checked more of the bodies to see if I could find more medication. How am I doing? I am not doing great. So the train has arrived at the station, but it does take a while to leave. It might not do to just hang around and idle in the train for a very long time. Speaking of the train. I actually can't notice when the sense mod goes off because my vision is already blurring due to my injuries, but if I just hit it, it's like a little bit more. What's in here? A suppressor and a magazine. Can't exactly deal with my fracture with those. Am I hearing footsteps over here? It kinda sounded like footsteps. Oh my god! I think they may have been footsteps. But, I didn't know where they were. God, this, tactical device has so many modes. Whoops. And I don't know where I am. I think he was across the way over there. And I couldn't quite see him. I suppose with a fractured arm, it does feel kind of like hardcore Tarkov, doesn't it? Can you imagine having a broken arm in this scenario right here? So the crosshair is optional for the third-person mod. I turned it on because I didn't know how the hell I was supposed to aim without it. Even with the laser, because I don't think the Better Lasers mod has been updated, but I also haven't tried it to see if it's compatible at all. So we'll check it out. Oh, there he is over there. Oh, he got me! There's my other arm! That's such a bad idea. Okay, well, both of my arms are now blacked, and I'm losing energy. And, things aren't looking so great for Starvox here in Tarkov, so I'm gonna run in this direction. And, while I find out if I survive what's about to happen around the corner here, I want to say that the next episode of the SPT show will hopefully be able to review some more mods that have been updated to 3.6. I've got my fingers crossed for the realism mod, and a couple others. And I've also got a couple other, ones besides, still in addition, that I also want to try out and demonstrate. Some of the more fun mods, some of the less immersive mods. Sorry, I really... Oh! Yeah. I'm like hearing things like footsteps and definitely about to get shot at by all that stuff that's happening. And I can't hold my gun straight. Oh man, it's so bad. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. Little choice. I've got to be a man. I think he's over here. Yep, there he is. Looked like I got him. Definitely hit him in the leg or something. Oh my god. That's not great. I don't know where he went, but we're swapping positions. Whoa, did I get him? I can't see his body. Did he go away? Nope. Oh, still more! Wow, he wasn't even turned to face me. Interesting. He was like on drugs or something, or drunk. Just a scav wandering around. 13 left. Should I try to get some use out of the SKS that I brought? I was actually really looking forward to playing with this. These aren't quite the ranges that I was hoping for, but oh god, I can't even. Don't want anybody to. Oh! Wow, he was like turned away healing himself or something. He's gotta be hurting. Maybe if I run up on him. If I'm aggressive enough, I can take him. I can hear him coughing. He's injured. And over there. Got him. Two down. Wow. Not bad. Not bad at all for the circumstances. Listen guys, yeah, the next episode of the SPT show will hopefully feature some more of my favorite mods having been updated to 3.6, and some of the ones from your comments as well. I'm gonna check his inventory and probably try to run out of Tarkov, because things are getting a little hairy, getting down to the wire. I've spent too much time out. Let me know if there's any mod that you want me to take a deep dive into. There's some pretty robust ones that hopefully in 3.6 I'll be able to spend entire episodes on to feature the full magnitude of. So send me your suggestions, and also join my Discord server if you want to. It's been pretty cool so far. Everyone's been helping each other, steadily growing. It's a little bit less intimidating than the primary SPT server, and I'll be talking about other games besides when I start to do those other things, but expect some changes pretty soon for my channel, and also probably a couple additional channels, because I'm going to be making a lot more content besides. Things are changing up here in my recording space, and that is hopefully for the better, so y'all take care. Wish me luck while I try to flee from Tarkov, and yeah, have a great day. See you guys in the next episode.